Entei just won a huge online tournament with over 700 players, and today I want to recreate the team and show you guys how I like to break down other people's teams when testing, and finally we'll get in some best of 3 practice with the team. So for anyone who didn't see, we just had the Tommy's Tuesday tour, which had roughly, I think it was about 768 players, roughly somewhere in that ballpark. And Darts, a seniors player, ended up going on to win the whole thing, going 14-0 with this team that you can see here in front of you, right? Very, very cool team. He's got the Entei, Water Ogre Pawn, Speed Booster Fluttermane, I believe it was, Raging Bolt, Chien Pow, and Lander Assyrian form, right? So what I've gone and done here is just gone and recreated the team. So I guess a little bit of backstory for me too as to why I guess I wanted to use this team in particular is because I really wanted to build around Entei. This is a really cool mon. I was watching Joe UX9's stream of the tournament as well. He was playing Entei. I thought, you know what, this mon looks sick. I personally haven't tested it, so I really want to get to testing, right? And this team, obviously, it won the whole event. So I was like, all right, sick. Let's let's try recreate this team. We'll try learn it, try to see, I guess how Darts, played it. I guess a little backstory for the team as well. Darts did say they got this off Justin Tang, and Justin Tang said he got it off some random person on ladder. Basically just the open team sheet. I'll also add to, this is obviously my my spreads. I've slapped the spreads on this. As I said, I'm going to recreate the team. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact spreads Darts used, and I don't believe they're public, at least at the time of recording this. So these are my spreads that I've kind of, thrown together, just, the spreads that I think work for the team. First up here is the Entei. Now, I guess the idea behind this Entei was pretty simple for me. I basically hit the bump on the attack stat here, going up to 196. The speed stat is because we have the speed booster Icy Wind Fluttermane. Basically, this speed stat will allow you to outspeed basically anything that isn't boosted in speed. That is like slower than Fluttermane. I believe this will also outspeed Timid Max Speed Fluttermane. Anything faster than that, like, potentially bundles a speed tie. But then things like Dragapult, like you can't lower its speed anyway, and Regieleki's way too quick. So that's essentially what I hit here with the speeds here. Again, I hit the bump, and then I kind of just went to, a bit of bulk that I felt was pretty nice. The interesting thing with this set here, obviously, it is Assault Vest, basically meaning, you're kind of buffing up this, special defense stat. For the defense, we pair it up with Lander T, which is very, very, very nice. This one is also an inner focus bond, so it can't be flinched and it can't be intimidated, which is obviously really good, especially with things like Incineroar, running around being everywhere. And then finally too, the set is obviously just Sacred Fire, one of the best fire type moves we have in the game. 100 base power, 95% accuracy with a 50% chance to burn. This thing feels like it burns all the time. It is really, really good. If you ever, burn a key target, especially on switch-ins, it's absolutely insane. Storming Tantrum is just fantastic coverage. E-Speed is very nice, and Snarl is just fantastic for like Trick Room matchups, right? The one thing I'm not too sold on with this team, because I did do a little bit of practice with the team, was E-Speed plus Terra Normal. Obviously it's good. It just feels like, this isn't D-Knight. This doesn't have 135 base attack. And because of that, the E-Speeds don't really kill anything. But obviously in saying that, they are very good at obviously cleaning up things late game, which is definitely something to keep in mind, right? Ogre Pawn Water here. This is just a super, super standard set. I made sure it was 1 point slower than our Entei, just in case. And then the set is just, it's like max HP, hitting the bump on the attack stat, getting the speed I wanted, basically just pumping and dumping into the defenses just to even them out a bit, getting obviously 121-19. Very, very simple there. The Fluttermane set here, this is one, for me, I've never played a speed booster Flutter this slow. I ended up opting for just a little bit more bulk on this set, and I wanted to get, quite a bit of special attack out of it. So because of that, I did go Timid and just like 182. Basically, this means that it should still outspeed a lot of the bulkier Fluttermanes, even if I have to switch out and switch back in, because a lot of them will, never really run much faster than 181. So because of that, we've gone to 182 just in case, and then basically just got to the defense numbers I wanted, and then kind of just pumped the rest into special attack, because I do think Fluttermane having, a bit of investment into the special attack is definitely very important. Then we have the Raging Bolt here. This one for me was pretty simple. When I'm running a slow mon like Bolt, hitting 112 is very important when pairing it up with Fluttermane. This basically allows you to outspeed any base 100 and slower. This is obviously like really, really good for obviously things like, our good friend, obviously, what's his name? English, Chien, my guy. God damn, I couldn't think of his name. I don't know why. Chien, it's also like pretty damn good as well for Landorus Incarnate. I think this actually might be a speed tie with Lander Ice, so like maybe one more point would actually be like beneficial. But at that point anyway, with Icy Wind, you kind of force him into going for, Terror or Poison anyway. And then at that point, Thunderclap starts doing a lot of damage. But essentially with this one here, I wanted to hit that speed tier of 112, kind of hit the bump on the special attack, and then really just kind of dumped into the HP. This one's already pretty damn bulky. So yeah, the game plan really was just to get that HP stat up there. I'm just kind of making it double, the defenses and the special defense. Terra Electric 2 is actually really, really cool as well, because I think it makes the Thunderclaps, and especially the T-Bolts, do just absurd amounts of damage. Chien Power, now this is a very, very standard set here. This is the Adamant 4 into defense max speed. For anyone who doesn't know, the 4 into defense is there because it allows you to like guarantee live Urshifu, which is funny. At least I think if they're like non-terra water, non-rain, obviously. But yeah, so it's like if you actually do this, like there is a chance you die to surging strikes, but if you do this, there isn't, which is really, really cool. That's like versus Adamant 252. So that's something important to keep in mind. And then we have the Stellar Terror here, which I actually do think was really, really cool. I never actually used it myself, but in theory, this is the one that really does like to change up all its moves. And really the defensive typing is only there to stop like fighting type moves and fake out. And fake out can be easily stopped by protect. Because of that, you just gotta like be wary, like, hey, I'm gonna lose to like fighting type monsters potentially, but you have Fluttermane, you have Lando, so that's not the end of the world. And then the final piece here was just a Scarf Lando. I ended up opting to run a little bit slower than, you know, like the max Lando, which I still think is fine. I don't think you have to be like 143 on the Landorus. I, you know, ended up hitting that attack bump because I do think Adamant is like very, very nice on this mon, especially if your opponent doesn't have Intimidate, and then just, you know, kind of pumping it into the HP stat there. Nothing too crazy with this Landorus set. But now, what I do want to show you guys though is a little bit of like flowcharting I did with this team. So I do have a template here. Obviously I've kind of started filling it in, as you guys can see here. I really just kind of, you know, started, I guess, diving into the idea behind the mons on the team. I won't go through all of this. If you want, obviously pause it, read it. It's very, very simple. Like, again, I did all this before I did any prep with the team. It's more or less just like kind of talking about the strengths of each mon, the weaknesses, the concepts on how they work in the team, and then really just like, you know, some basic cores and some notes, right? So as you can see here, one thing I was like thinking about as well with the team was like, okay, what do I do if they go like Tornadus, you know, Urshifu and Landorus Incarnate? Like, what is my best lead into it, right? And as you can see here, I've said, well, Chien Power probably is like the best option on the team. And then, you know, if they have like Scarf Landorus plus the Rain, then like it's like that's the only thing that really beats it. And because of that, I do think, you know, obviously going for something like our good friend here on the Thunderclap, it should say Raging Bolt. Did I put it anywhere? I didn't actually put it there, but yeah, Raging Bolt obviously comes into, you know, into play there because Terra Electric Thunderclap will just one shot it. But yeah, anyway, here's the team. Again, if you want to, you know, pause it and go through it yourself, obviously you can. But I'll just touch on Entei and then kind of just, you know, go from there, really. So yeah, talking about Entei, like the strengths of this mon, it has a very powerful stab option in Sacred Fire. Basically just like try to like note that, hey, this move is really good. You know, it's 100 base power and it has a 50% chance to burn, which is like really, really strong. Strong priority move with, you know, Terra Normal E-Speed. Basically, this is just like really, really good at cleaning up in the late game. And I honestly probably should like chuck that in there. You know, it's got pretty decent bulk pet when you've got like AV paired up with Intimidate. That's something, you know, good to keep in mind. And this mon is also really good into Intimidate and Fake Out. Plus AV plus Snarl is also really good into Side Spam and really just Trick Room in general. Should have put it there. And then the weakness of this mon is it is bad into Urshifu Rapid Strike and it struggles to do damage to Dragon types. So again, I kind of put this in there just to, you know, keep in mind, right? It's like, okay, Entei is bad against Urshifu Rapid Strike, right? There really isn't that much you can do to it. So how do you like kind of play around the Urshifu Rapid Strike? And that's where like mods like Ogerpawn Wellspring come into play. Obviously, you know, Ogerpawn is a fantastic switch into the Urshifu Rapid Strike, and also Raging Bolt as well as like another really good mod into it as well. So that's things to keep in mind, right? It's like, okay, this mon, it's not good into Urshifu Rapid Strike, so how do I fix that up? And it's mons like the Ogerpawn, it's, you know, it's the Raging Bolt. These are the ways that like you kind of deal with that issue with the team, right? And again, here you can see here the concept of this is Ogerpawn can enable you to spam out your Sacred Fires. Fluttermane offers speed control with Icy Wind as well, which is something important to keep in mind. Like we did touch on the speed before. And then yeah, Chien Power enables big damage with Sacred Fire and extreme speed. Landorus helps to increase the bulk, right? These are just kind of the concepts of, you know, how I kind of want the mon to function on the team. And again, you can kind of go through it all, right? Like you see here, I'm talking about Ogerpawn, how like, you know, it's got powerful stabs, good recovery. You know, it's a powerful redirection mon. Supports Entei really well, can also deal a lot of damage with Chien Power. You know, Fluttermane here puts on pressure, plus, you know, offers speed control, helps deal with the dragons. You know, I touched on before, I do think I put it in the weakness of both of these mons. Yeah, they both struggle to deal damage to dragon types. Latios being like the main one right now. Like these two mons don't really touch Lati. Like obviously you can snarl it, but like Lati doesn't really care. It's gonna Tailwind, it's gonna Miss Ball. It's just gonna be annoying. So, you know, Fluttermane here is like an answer to those dragons. You know, Raging Bolt also helps out with the dragon types, right? And then yeah, so on and so forth. Again, I'm not going to go through all of it because otherwise we'll be here all day. But yeah, they're just my general notes, and like I will always go back and add stuff to this as well. Like you see here as well, like Entei, Ogerpawn, Wellspring complement each other very well defensively. And then I've got Verse, Raging Bolt, don't rush to Terra my Landorus. That's just something to keep in mind. They're just little notes, right? I'm sure we've all been there before where you like go Terra Flying, Terra Blast into, you know, an Amoonguss, and then all of a sudden there's a Raging Bolt on the board and like, well shit, my Landorus doesn't play the game anymore. So yeah. But anyway, guys, that's just like a quick little breakdown on like how I like to you know, go into these teams, or like, especially when I'm using other people's teams, you know, just kind of break it down, give yourself a better idea or understanding of why they do what they do. And then I always come back and I'll add to this as well. I'll probably even add to this throughout, you know, our testing we're about to do. But yeah, I guess that's something, if you guys want, you know, test that out yourselves as well. I think it's fantastic when you're using other people's teams. Because for me, like, for example, when I build my own team, I know why everything's on the team. When I use other people's teams, I don't fully understand exactly why everything's on that team. So yeah, keep that in mind. But anyway, let's jump over. Let's do some best of threes. All right, so let's have a look what we have here. So this looks like a potential Trick Room team plus Scarf Lando would be my guess. So choice specs, actually safety goggles on Lando. Okay, that makes things a lot less threatening. The P2 is definitely going to be an issue this game. P2 plus really the Iron Hands here on lead is probably my biggest worry. So one big issue I kind of see on lead here is I don't really have an amazing way to deal with the Trick Room, right? The Trick Room is, it's just going to go up on me. I can't really stop that from happening, right? So what do I want to do to kind of stop it? Well, for me, the main thing I really see here is my Entei looks really, really good here. So does my Raging Bolt, actually. I think Raging Bolt looks good. Bolt doesn't come on lead here, though, because we do kind of want to, like, pressure them and force them to, you know, do some, really, like, force them into a bad situation here, I think. Chien Power could have come on lead, but I don't really want to, like, let it just get faked out, which is, like, kind of one of the biggest issues with it. Ogre Pawn also definitely really good for helping us stall out Trick Room and kind of enabling the rest of our team. But again, I think that's a mon that comes in the back and we use that as a switch. Landorus probably doesn't come this game, so it's between Chien Power and Fluttermane on lead. I don't mind testing Fluttermane on lead here because this does give us like another fake out immunity, which means we can just fire off 2 attacks on turn 1 if we choose. So we'll go with these 4 here. So we have Terra Grass as well, which is good. And they're actually just going to leave Fluttermane P2. Okay. So do we get to see their choice specs, right? So what are the chances they go Dazzling Gleam here? Because Terra Normal would actually just allow us to like hard wall Fluttermane, right? Because chances are either like one, they go after our own Fluttermane here with a, you know, a Shadow Ball. And their choice specs too, which means we probably don't live. But if he sets up Trick Room, then my Raging Bolt looks really good into the Fluttermane. Snarl also doesn't seem that bad, but I think I'd prefer to fire off a Sacred Fire right now into this slot. Oh, decision. Now let's pressure out the Trick Room setter here. I'm happy to go Terra Fairy here. Okay, and they go Gambit too. Damn, that would have been so sick if I'd caught the Gambit on switch there. Oh, we got a special attack drop though. That's huge. And we get the burn. We do get the burn. That's massive. Okay, so the good news is he doesn't actually really have a great way to hit me here. So we're actually, I think we're pretty free just to go out Ogre Pawn right now. Because right, also the other thing too is P2's gonna like always look to recover here, right? Like that's what it wants to do, otherwise it just dies. And he switches out anyway, that's completely fine. Show me an Iron Head right, please. Oh, he actually goes the Kowtow into the left slot here. Not ideal, but we get the burn too. Dude, I love this mod, man. It's so good. Because another thing here too is, guess what? We get to just go, follow me. You're coming with me, mate. Can't spore me. You can side pole and puff all you want, but you're burnt. Yeah, that's fine. Dude, Showdown really going to give me notifications every time? Turn off notifications. How do we want to do this? So, I think we're fine to just keep clicking this, aren't we? And then, like, what we can even try to do, like, on the last turn, yeah, because he's going to side... Oh, he didn't even side pole and buff. Is he going to snipe me, actually? That's not range, is it? Yeah, it's not range. Perfect. Because now what we can even like look to do here as well is actually just like switch here, go into our Fluttermane and just go Spiky Shield. Because like our opponent most likely will try snipe the Ogre Pawn with the Pollen Puff and then potentially just go Kowtow into Entei. And at this point too, Fluttermane resist the Kowtow. He's also weakened. And then yeah, this puts our Ogre Pawn into a much better spot. And he's going to get his P2 back in here. Gets the special attack boost. That's completely fine with me. Get the Spiky Shield off. And he goes, yep, the Kowtow. Lovely. So this puts us in a good spot where we can just freely Moonblast that right slot here. Is there any reason... I mean, we may as well just Ivy Cudgel, right? Yeah, that's completely fine. Like, he just gave me a Trick Room setter. We keep our redirection alive too, which is very, very nice. Honestly, I think we're good to ignore that. We just go here. I think we just go Spiky Shield. We get to see whose Fluttermane's faster here as well. So ours is faster, which means they are probably 1 point slower. I'm guessing this is going to pick up my... Yeah, he's going to pick up my Fluttermane here too. Good news though now is his choice specs, which means... yeah, you're specced into that, aren't you? So we just go Thunderclap here. Do we... what do I do here? Do I attack? Honestly, I think the Thunderclap plus switch here is absolutely fine because the Amoonguss is going to come in like out of range here, which is like our biggest worry. Yeah. That's fine. He also goes Sucker Punch. That's completely fine. We just go Thunderclap here and then go for this. Because yeah, he can't play the game on that right slot anymore. I'm just free to Thunderclap the Kingambit here. Because even if you Rage Powders, we are safety goggles, so we just ignore it. Just want to double check his teams because that actually took a lot more damage than I thought it would. And he's also pretty, I don't want to say he's pretty slow on the Fluttermane because he could be that 181 speed tier that I was kind of talking about earlier. Again, this is completely fine. We just keep doing the exact same thing here. Like at some point, this Amoonguss is eating an attack. Like I would say there's probably a 5% chance we lose this game. And that's when Amoonguss misses. Because this Fluttermane is just always dead, right? Like as long as Fluttermane's on the board, its choice specs, it can't attack. We'll just snipe it with our Raging Bolt. So he can go Rage Powder all he wants here. Fluttermane will just get picked up. Come on, it's not that much to think about, King. I mean, like, sure, he could switch... Like, his play here should be switch Fluttermane out for Gambit and then just pray I miss. And then just, like, sleep Entei. Yeah, okay, and we just take both. That's easy. And we connected. Lovely. So Amoonguss comes back in. Yeah, at this point it doesn't matter. That's GG King. Yeah, go to the second one. Yeah, maybe we actually misplayed. In hindsight, that turn I Thunderclapped on the Sucker Punch. Was it this one? No, was it this one here? Yeah, I think this one, that should never have been a Thunderclap. That should have been a T-Bolt every time. I think I misplayed that one pretty badly. Like, thankfully, we're in a situation where it really didn't matter. But obviously, that's just something worth, you know, keeping in mind here. And yeah, we'll just get Ogerpon water again. Ogerpon was really clutch in that game with its redirection. Also, so was like that burn on the on the Kingambit as well. It's, you know, not forget that. Curious to see how my opponent wants to change things up here though, because I think if they lead the same thing, we just attack the Fluttermane this time. Oh, and he actually goes Landorus here. That's absolutely fine with me, because this is like. Yeah, no, this is absolutely fine, dude. I really don't care about this, because this is also, like, next turn too, we just, like, pick up their Fluttermane. If he Terra Flyings, there might be a chance he lives this, and if that's the case, we just lose the game. But surely you don't Terra Flying here. Oh, is he serious? Alright. Wait, okay, yeah, so now we're faster. So he goes Shadow Ball on me. Dude, Terra Normal could have been sick there. I'm just going to do this now. I'm going to assume that... Okay, yeah, I'm happy just to sack my Entei right now. I'm going to call the Kingambit switch in here on the ice, on the Icy Wind. Because at this point too, Fluttermane should be in range, and if it's not, it'll be very close to range next turn. I just pray if Kingambit comes in, it's not on that right slot, and it also doesn't get... the special attack drop, because that would be problematic if I lose Entei and he gets special attack drop. Let's put the timer on here though. Okay, and there's the Gambit too. Perfect. Yeah, so we've called this correctly. That's very nice. Oh wait, are we? Okay, we don't. Oh, we missed. No, that was the right play too. That's bad. Okay. I mean, at this point anyway, it's just... That's really bad, man, actually. That's really freaking bad. I feel like Amoonguss comes in on the right here. Oh, dude, if I'd hit that Sacred Fire, it was GG, I think. Because at that point, it doesn't matter. Like, either one, I get the burn, or two, Ogerpon comes in, and I just, like, redirect Moonblast it. Oh. Terra Blast, yeah. Show me the Ivy Cudgel. Oh, so, oh, he went the Cow Tower, okay. Bad news for me is Sucker Punch is a thing now, but he's not AV, is he? Yeah, we just do this, I think. This is absolutely fine. The reason we're going for the follow me is the Sucker Punch here onto the Ogre Pawn, obviously. Yeah, there it is. Please KO. Easy. Bye, Ogre Pawn. You did your thinking. And now we get the big bolt. I kinda want Trick Room to go up here, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think at this point, Raging Bolt actually might clean house. Maybe their Flutter Mane's not low enough here. Oh, Pog. Oh, wow, okay, he didn't even go to the Trick Room. That's absolutely fine. Because, yeah, now he's just pinned. We just go Clap, we go Shadow Ball. Probably on it. Nah, we do the Clap anyway, just in case. Yeah. Because at this point, I don't know how he gets through Raging Bolt, especially with the Paro. And after that Terra Blast damage too, yeah. It's not looking good. Okay, that's GG. T-Bolt, Moonblast. Dude, that second game there was a lot scarier. Obviously missing the missing that Sacred Fire made things a little rough, but I think we're able to outplay there. Cool team though by my opponent. Definitely an interesting take on the obviously Trick Room plus like some Hatro there. I think maybe Scarf Lander would be better for them. And also considering like I think Iron Hand should have been on lead because I think it's hard, right? Oh, actually no, I just realized they're not Heavy Slam. Yeah. Look, anyway, GG. We'll get another one in. Okay, so another Porygon team here. Do they have rain? Okay, so Sash Giraffe's interesting. Mystic Water Arachnid's also kind of interesting. Life Orb P2, okay. It's not what I expected. Why not just go PZ at that point? Okay. Alright, interesting. So, Trick Room plus Expanding Force as well. So, we kind of need to just make sure we stop this guy from getting up his Trick Room turn 1, right? I guess Entei Flutter Mane lead seems pretty consistent here. I also think Chien Pow's really solid, and then probably just Raging Bolt for this game. Technically, we could try Intimidate down the Arachnid, but I think this will be fine. So, oh, okay. I think we just go Sacred Fire plus Moonblast here. Hope he doesn't protect the Giraffe and goes for a kill with Arachnid. Yeah, okay, 666. Just hit. Just hit, Entei. Oh, it didn't actually matter. Wowie, okay. So that's fine. We'll just go Stomping Tantrum here, protect. Because I feel like they're going to go out the Flutter Mane. That's not good though. I thought that combo would for sure pick up. I'll have to probably look at Chien Pao game 2, I think. That's not good. That's not good at all. So water comes out. That's absolutely fine. Show me liquidation. Yeah, there it is. That's huge. So we get rid of their priority stopper as well, which is really nice. Big question is, that should be an attack boost if P2 comes in, right? Okay, they get up the grassy terrain as well. So we're just going to go Sacred Fire here, as we probably switch into Bolt. Bolt's the best switch here. It eats both the water and the... And he goes Fake Out too. My boy doesn't know. Apparently I don't freaking know. My goodness. So the good news is we just go Sacred Fire. This thing has so much for death though is the issue. Can they kill me right now? How much did that do? Liquidation did 43. Does he have Tantrum or does he got U-turn? I don't think it matters. I think we just do this. We do this and we pray. Because if he doesn't, it lived on a crit. Wow, that's actually insane damage. That's insane damage. Should have e-speeded. Okay, at least we know for game 2 now how little that actually does. How do I want to do this? Well, he doesn't have Terror. So double protect here is absolutely fine. And he can't reset Trick Room on us, so that's something at least. Oh, okay, let's have a look at the team. So Assault Vest, no Tantrum, that's fine. This Porygon 2 is the interesting one. Download plus Terra Stella is actually kind of crazy with like 3 attacks. Sorry, 4 attacks. It's 4 attacks. And he goes the Leech Life. Interesting. Tri attack. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So I'm honestly surprised my opponent is not trying to Ice Beam me down here. Really don't want him to Leech Life up. I think we just go T-Bolt here. No way this P2 is max speed, so T-Bolt should be pretty safe. Actually, you know what? We're not even going to T-Bolt him here. We're going to go for the Dragon. Oh, nah, we will T-Bolt. I forgot this was Draco Meteor. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I wanted to Dragon Pulse, but oh my god, I forgot it wasn't a Violet. Why didn't he Ice Beam me? He's just killed himself. Ice Beam would have finished me off just then. Okay, interesting. Well, this is where... So, Arachnid comes back in. This is fine. We just go double protect. And then, yeah, I'm free to just stall out the last turn of Grassy here. And I think I just, you know, go T-Bolt left and then Ice Spinner right. Ooh, okay. Yeah, nah. This one's wrapped up for sure now. Yeah, this is done. Ice Spinner here. We go T-Bolt here. Actually, you know what? We're not even going to risk it. We'll see what our opponent does here. He should attack. Even if he, like, there's no win condition here if he goes for the double, I don't think. So how do I want to think about playing this game too? Obviously, I think leading... If he leads the same, I think leading Chien Power is, like, probably fine. If he doesn't lead this... Maybe like Ogerpon Raging Bolt is even fine too. Okay, and he just straight left. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so this is a very scary hyper offensive looking team. One of our biggest issues here is obviously going to be Giraffe stopping my priority, which I kind of need to clean up here. Chien Power and lead does look really, really good. Part of me wants like Chien Power plus Bolt. That actually feels bad. Chien Power, Entei, I think it has to be Power Flutter. That's probably my play. What is he? Sash and what's the item on Floodmane specs? Yeah, I think that has to be my lead, honestly. How else do I want to do this? Bolt gives me a decent answer into the fish. AV Entei is actually not bad either. I actually think I'm going to go Entei plus Ogerpon. Or is Ogerpon lead the best? Honestly, I think Ogerpon lead actually is better. We'll go Power, Ogerpon, Flutter, Entei. Because I think what this does is like Entei, not Entei, sorry. Ogerpon gives me like a really good matchup into like most things. And Terra Water in this game is actually like really solid. There's not that much really outside of his own Ogerpon to like deal with me. And I feel like bringing Ogerpon into, maybe Ogerpon into my team is actually fine. But we'll see, we'll see. The main thing really is just getting through this Whimsicott. The other thing too actually is getting through this Landorus. That Landorus is going to be very scary to deal with. Okay, and he actually just goes straight up into his own into his own Ogerpon. That's completely fine. Scary but fine here, I think. We'll just go Horn Leech here. Like, the thing is, he could potentially, like, if he redirects to keep his Indeedee safe, I'll just kill it. And if he terrors, then obviously Horn Leech will deal a lot of damage, and if he doesn't terror, both attacks will be neutral and probably just kill it anyway. This thing does have pretty bad, you know, physical defense. We'll timer on here as well. Curious to see how they want to lead this though, because to me this seems very defensive. It feels like you're trying to sack the Ogre Pawn to free up whatever comes in next. But then at that point, you've got to pray to God whatever comes in next puts on enough pressure that it's kind of just like picks up, right? Because like it feels like the Specs Fluttermane would have to come in, but Chien Pao can like protect. I get chip with the Ogre Pawn, and then, you know, it becomes a bit dangerous. We'll see how they want to play this though, obviously. I really hope they give me their Ogre Pawn here though. That would be really good. He actually does go straight Ivy Cudgel here, and we're just going to take the Whimsicott, and we're going to get really good chip onto Ogre Pawn here. Yeah, that's great. Because I would assume here comes the Specs Fluttermane, right? The only thing with Specs Fluttermane is I kind of don't want a Terror. I have a switch to this. I mean, Entei switch isn't the worst, but I feel like Entei free on the board is also probably just better. I don't hate going like Sucker Punch plus Horn Leech right here. The Sucker Punch would actually probably pick up. I mean, yeah, I think if Horn Leech did that much, Sucker Punch definitely picks this up, right? So he either spikies and then like looks to trade Chien Pao. And then at that point too, Ogre Pawn's probably in range of just a Terra. Oh, actually, he wouldn't be in range of a Terra normal E-Speed, would it? Come on, just attack and go for Gleam. Attack and go for Gleam. Come on, 5 seconds. You don't want to go Horn Leech plus Dazzling Gleam here. Okay, he actually gives it to me. I don't think that crit matters at all. Yeah, I definitely don't think it matters. And we get our HP back. Nice. And he's also locked in here, and we have an Entei to resist. Plus, Entei probably just picks up here anyway, right? Sludge Bomb is kind of annoying here. I think it's always just E-Speed and then Terra, Ivy Cudgel. Honestly, Terra normal E-Speed plus Follow Me is also not even bad in case he does go the Earth Power. I think we just back it. I think we just back it here. Back it in, back it in. Yeah, it looks like I pick up both ones here, which is clutch. Yep. Does he get my Entei here with the Earth Power? He actually goes the Sludge Bomb, so yeah, that was the right play. And Bop, okay. That was a really good game. Really good game. Oh, I think we played that well with the Ogre Pawn there. And I definitely don't think that crit mattered. Like, as I said, if Horn Leech was doing 51, I think Sucker Punch was definitely doing more. We're talking like an extra 30 attack points on Chien Pao, and they're both stab moves. They're both neutral attacks, so yeah. Come on, Quirky. How do I need to adjust for game 2? Probably not, right? I think my lead was good. Like, I think my opponent may play it different if we go the same leads, but I don't know. I still think that's my most consistent lead here. That's what I did, right? I didn't bring Raging Bolt. Yeah, Chien Pao Ogre Pawn's actually a sick lead for us here. Especially too, because if he doesn't bring the Ogre Pawn at all, then he has no way to abuse like my ally having sort of ruin on them. That's like super nice. That's like one of the scariest things with Chien Pao is like reducing your allies, you know, physical defense. Should probably put the timer on, hey. That's an issue I always have when I play matches like this. I forget the timer. Like, I know he's thinking, like, obviously he lost game 1. He needs to, you know, bounce back game 2 here with a different strategy, but curious to see how he's actually going to attempt to bounce back from this one. Because I do think Terra Water Ogre Pawn is sick if he doesn't bring his own Ogre Pawn on lead. But he also knows that his Whimsicott is just food to my, my Chien Pao as well. And, like, I feel like if he Terra Darks it, it's just really bad. The Giraffe actually would be, like, one of the biggest issues for me to deal with. A well-played Giraffe could actually stuff up my, like, Sucker plus, you know, E-Speeds. Okay, and he's gonna go for the same... Oh, he doesn't actually get the same lead. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, I don't hate just doubling the Fluttermane here. Is that my play? I mean, I get to see who's faster. Like, are we speed side or are you just not max speed on the Fluttermane? And if he goes follow me here, he doesn't get a kill and I get one. Because again, he can't Terra Water in front of my Ogre Pawn, and, you know, if he doesn't, then Ice Spin is doing too much. And yeah, there's not really anything that switches into this combo here. Like, I guess Chien switches in. Okay, and he goes to follow me, so he's just going to sack it off. And we did actually find out just there that I am the faster of the two. So that's really nice for us to know. we get the chip. And now send in your Whimsicott, please, so I can just double your Flutter Mane here. And it is the Farigiraf. Okay, that's very interesting, actually. Your Armortail. I mean, I don't really care there. I've got Entei in the back, so... I mean, this is absolutely fine, right? Just in case. Actually, no, I know I'm faster. Give me that. Give me that. Yeah, that's GG. Dude, Stellaterra Chien Power, dude. Look at that. The sauce, boys. The sauce. I'm the sauce god. But yeah, now this is just pretty easy. I'm probably not fast enough here. I mean, technically speaking, he could protect, but his game's done at this point anyway, right? Yeah, we'll just double left here on a potential protect. Nah, that's dumb. That's dumb. We Ivy Cudgel here. We Ice Spin here. Basically, we just can't let that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because he's going to Trick Room me now, but that's fine. Oh no, he just gleamed me. Okay, that's completely fine. And we just go Flutter Mane here. And that is what the kids called GG. Should have Trick Roomed. I mean, if he Trick Roomed there though, then it was like over, because like his lander is faster than my Ogre Pawn and most likely my my homie in the back as well. But yeah, no, that should be GG. I'm yawning way too much. It is time for bed, I think. I need this game to end quickly so I can edit this shit, upload it, and sleep. Come on, Quirky. Come on, buddy. Come on, click your buttons. There's no out here. Like, if you double protect and Trick Room, Ogre Pawn outspeeds you. If you don't, like, if you crit Psychic or crit Expanding Force me, Flutter Mane's not dying. Dude, why is everyone running Expanding Force though over... Is that just for the mirrors? Also, is Homeboy really going to Timer Storm me here? Dude, and it lived on the Giraffe. Oh, was that like max into min roll? Dude, I 43'd the last one and then I lost Chien Power, that's why. Don't worry, I'm a bad player. But yeah, we just go Ivy Cudgel. We go Moonblast and that's going to be it, boys. Look, okay, he actually clicked these buttons. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's it. Obviously, let me know what you think of the team down below. Again, this is not my team. I don't know the exact spreads, but this is just my recreation of the team. But yeah, if you guys also like this kind of stuff, I guess, yeah, let me know down below. Because obviously, I'd like to do more of this stuff in the future. It's very insightful, not only for me, but I would like to think it helps you guys as well. Especially, you know, when I'm doing some breakdowns and stuff like this. I think stuff like this helps me a lot. Especially when I am, you know, trying to break down other people's teams, understand why they're doing what they're doing. And then of course, you know, as I said, you can always write down extra notes. If I wasn't recording, I probably would have been focusing a bit more, and obviously writing down notes. But yeah, anyway guys, that's going to be me for this one. I'll catch you to the next one. Peace.